Today we are going to show you a technical preview of Project Neros. The key personas who we support are the platform administrators, security auditors, and application developers. We will go through key features that we support and call out who will use each section and why. The environment we are using is set up with an upstream Kubernetes, and it has already been set up to use Project Neros. Now let's walk through the UI portal so you can see the overall security postures of your clusters and how policies can be defined. First, we will start in the settings section. This where a platform administrator can specify the security data source they will be using. In this case, we are using Harbor as a data provider. In the setup, you will create the secret to connect to Harbor and fill in the endpoint of the Harbor instance. From here, define the image scanning interval. After this setup, the image will be scanned periodically in Harbor to get the static image data. Then Project Neros will use the data to compare when the workloads are running. You can also add non-registries which will set replication rules in Harbor. Images from these registries will be replicated to Harbor, then scanned to get the security data on these images. Taking a step further, you can also have a way to improve the performance by setting up an external Redis. This will allow the security data from Harbor to be cached in Redis and save bandwidth. Now that the configurations are complete, this gives the security auditor the chance to specify the scanning rules in the policy section so they can define quarantine and security rules. To create a policy, there are numbers of fields to fill out, including how often the scan should run, whether it's weekly, daily, hourly, or customized. Users can also fill out the configurations for their OpenSearch or Elasticsearch instance. So all the reports generated can be aggregated into the central place and easy to analyze. In this section, the user can define the baselines to set up the security expectations. This is important because workloads that violate any of these baselines defined will be flagged. This is also where you can add multiple namespaces and workload labels to restrict the scope of the scanning. Here you can choose whether you want to generate a report and quarantine the workloads that are flagged. Let's hop over to where these reports will be viewable in the assessments section. The application developer and security auditor are going to care most about this area. We got 3 types of reports generated on the 3 kinds of scanners you specified in the policy. This viewer shows the history of the number of containers scanned by Project Neros. We are going to dig into one to see more detailed information. In this report, default namespace was scanned. We will drill down onto the deployment test 2. In this container, a critical vulnerability has been identified, and because we choose to automatically quarantine workloads with issues, you can see that there is the action which was performed. In this section, it shows the reports of Kubebench scanner you specified in policy. Kubebench checks whether Kubernetes is deployed securely. Currently, we support two kinds of Kubebench checks: Kubernetes policies and workload security configurations. Then we will come to the risk scanning report section. The software packages inside the workload containers can be scanned by the risk scanner. And here are the scanning results. We also got a score for measuring the severity of a vulnerability for each CVE. Another area for the security auditor to view not only the security posture but also the risk trends. We've organized the data in three categories: cluster, namespace, and workload. In the cluster section, you can see how many workloads have been scanned and how many violate the baselines. In the namespace section, you can drill down by namespace to view the total workloads scanned and how many are vulnerable and see the violation. In the workload section, you can see all the workloads that have been scanned by Project Neros with the option to drill down. Hope you enjoyed this tech preview of Project Neros. In this video, we will show you how you can add runtime scanning to your security scenario by creating policies, creating workloads, and viewing your overall security posture.